When I was a kid, I loved Elvis Presley. I was kind of on the tail end of Elvis's career, right? I was born in 1969. And so when I was old enough to start listening to and liking music, was really toward the end, where it wasn't, cool GI blue suede shoes Elvis. It was kind of fat, bloated, elderly Elvis wearing his white sequin jumpsuits with his long sideburns and sunglasses. But something about Elvis, I loved him. I loved his music. My mom loved him too, so she'd play his music around in the house. In fact, here's a picture of me and my Elvis t-shirt that I got for my birthday. I think this was my 9th birthday, my first birthday after Elvis passed away, which happened when I was 8 years old, right? One of the, shocking experiences of my early lifetime. It's the first memory I have of like a celebrity death was when Elvis died, I think in 1977. And before he died, he had filmed some footage at some concerts in the summer of 77 that he had made a contract to do a TV special with CBS, and about 2 months after his death, it was coming on TV. And I wanted to see it so bad. The last televised Elvis concert. This is your last chance to see Elvis. And the problem was it was after our bedtimes. And so my mom told my brothers and I, hey, if anybody wants to, my mom and dad were going out to dinner or doing something with their friends or family. And my grandma and grandpa were babysitting for the 5 Joyner boys. And my mom said, hey, if anybody wants to stay up and watch the Elvis concert, you have to take a nap this afternoon. Well, I was 8 years old, and so I was like a little past napping age. 8 isn't one. It's funny how naps work, right? When you're real little, you like naps. Then you go through hating naps. And now that I'm older, I'm back to loving naps again, like a toddler. But at that age, taking a nap. And all of my brothers were like, we're not napping. We're going outside to play. But I wanted to watch the Elvis concert, so I went and I took a hard nap because I wanted to stay up. And I distinctly remember like it was yesterday. It's one of my strongest childhood memories, sitting on the couch between my grandma and my grandpa and watching the Elvis concert. All my brothers had to go to bed because none of them napped, but I took a nap so I could stay up. I felt so special. Right, as a kid from a large family, didn't have a lot of times where I felt special, that it was all about me, but that was all about me, that experience with my grandma and grandpa, who are both passed away now. And you young people watching this, you don't even relate to what it was like back. This is before home video recorders were invented. This is before VHS. This is before, clearly before the internet. And so you watch something live when it was on TV, or you didn't see it at all. It wasn't coming back. And so I distinctly remember watching that. And it's the first memory I have of delayed gratification. It's the first memory I have of self-discipline. Had a lot of discipline growing up, but it was discipline other people were putting on me, right? My parents telling me I had to do things, right? Certain things I had to do. I didn't have a choice. A lot of things like that. Right around that age, I started playing sports, right? There's things the coach is saying that you have to do. You have to go to practice. You have to run the laps. There's a lot of things you had to do. But the nap before the Elvis concert is the first thing I remember that I chose. I chose to do something I'd rather not do now so that I could have something that I did want later. And I'm convinced it's a major element of success. It's something I really struggle with, to be honest with you, my whole life. I've made another video about struggling with self-discipline. But that idea that, you know what, I'm going to pay the price now because there's something I want later. It's so important. It's something I'm striving for and something I recommend that you think about in your life, right? What are you willing to put off now? What are you willing to say no to now? Because there's something that you want at a later date, right? The willingness to focus on what you want most is, I think, one of the things that separates high achievers in every field. So I'm really glad I took the nap that day. Got a chance to see Elvis in concert last time that was ever on TV. Very special memory with me and my grandparents. And I think to some degree that put me on a path that when I look at the things that I have succeeded in my life, it's because I was willing to discipline myself for a time to get those things. When I look at the areas in my life where I haven't yet achieved some of my dreams and goals, it's the opposite. It's the things that I haven't consistently, for a long enough period of time, discipline myself to focus on what do I really want long term instead of what do I feel like doing right now. And so I doubt you're going to get a chance to see Elvis in concert. I think that ship has sailed a long time ago. But I bet you have some things in your life that you're like, you know what? That's something I really, really want. I'm willing to sacrifice now, willing to discipline myself now. Right? One of my mentors and heroes is a business owner named Joe Markowitz. And he always says, there's two pains. There's the pain of discipline and there's the pain of regret. And you're going to have one of those pains. So why not discipline yourself now, decide what you want, and then work hard to go get it.